second day of Global Entrepreneurship Week. We're celebrating with colleagues from around the globe Entrepreneurship Week. And today we have a special treat. We have a panel of entrepreneurs, and our moderator is the university's entrepreneur in residence, the Cottrell Center University, the Westchester University Cottrell Center Entrepreneur in Residence, Matt Jessen. Before I formally introduce Matt, I just want to make a couple of announcements. First of all, there will be a sign-in sheet at the end of the event for you to sign out, as it may be, so that you can get attendance credit or extra credit if you're attending as part of the class. The second thing is there is a schedule on your chair. You can take a look at that. There are some other events this week that might interest you. On Thursday, there is another speaker series event, and it will be located in the lower level of this building. In addition to the schedule of events, there is a little card, or there might be two cards in your seat, and that is about the business plan competition. So if you have an idea for a business, and you are interested in entering a business plan competition with that idea, you need to register by November 30th. That's the only thing you have to do by November 30th. You have until February 13th to actually write the plan, and the plan is actually just a profile. It's not a full-blown business plan. If your plan is selected by the judges, you have the opportunity to win $10,000, which is great seed money to either start or grow your company. So please take a look at that little card that's there, and I hope you'll enter the competition. So with that, I'd like to introduce our moderator today, Matt Jessen, the Cottrell Center Entrepreneur in Residence. Matt was a student at Westchester University and graduated in 2000 with a degree in marketing. And he launched a very successful company, Green Lawn Fertilizing, and recently Green Pest. And his business has been awarded a number of awards and recognitions. So I hope he'll tell us a little bit about that. So
thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. I got the easy job this morning, just to ask the panel a question. So thank you, Monica, for the easy job. So our main objective this morning is for the panel to share their experiences as entrepreneurs. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stop at the 45-minute mark for everyone here to stand up and ask any questions. But during, when I'm asking questions, if there's any follow-up questions that you have, please feel free to stop, raise your hand, and ask a follow-up question. So interjecting at any time is fine. Just to start with introductions, I'm going to start with Kevin McGarvey here. He graduated from Westchester in May 2012 with a degree in business management. Kevin is the co-owner, co-founder, and CEO of All Out Services, a pavement maintenance company based out of Delaware County, PA. And the company's original name was Mainline Driveway, which was started in June 2011, and the summer before Kevin's final year at Westchester. The focus of the business and continued growth in the pavement industry, the focus of the business is in the pavement industry by offering more services and possibly franchising in the future. Next, Melissa Wolfrey on the end. Melissa earned her BA in psychology and graduated in 2011. She minored in Russian language and Russian studies. In 2013, she purchased Amazing Times photo booths, and her business entertains guests and captures memories at all types of events. Melissa is in her first year at Westchester as an MBA student, and she serves as a graduate assistant for the Cottrell Center. Next, Kenneth Crockett is the CEO and co-founder of Radiate Athletics. Kenneth graduated from Westchester with a BS in finance and later earned an MBA in marketing from Strayer University. After an extremely successful Kickstarter campaign in March 2013, Radiate has received various accolades from the Wall Street Journal's Top 24 Startup of the Year competition and documentary Top 100 crowdfunded companies by Entrepreneur Magazine, ABC News, this could be a big segment, and Wearable Tech that will turn into Machine by 2015 article by CNN. And we also have Jared Casey next to Kenneth, who is also a co-founder of Radiate. And Jared attended Boston University, where he focused on broadcast media. Graduating with a BS in film and television, he went on to intern for PBS before taking a sales position for EF Education, the world's largest education travel company. After setting several sales records, Jared left EF in order to accept a graduate position at Westchester University, where he's currently earning his master's in clinical psychology. Jared is co-founder of Radiate Athletics, which he launched by engineering the company's brand and then sourcing crowd funds, a controversial method of raising capital. So I thank the panel for being here today, and let's get started with questions. So Kevin, if you could start us off. What were your biggest challenges faced in starting your business?
To me, there's and every entrepreneur, there's so many challenges. When you start out, there's a quote by Robert Kiyosaki where there's that for that entrepreneurship is like jumping out of a plane with no parachute. As an entrepreneur, you have to build that parachute and then hope that it opens before you hit the ground. So there's a ton of things, and in my business there was dealing with the different softwares, figuring out how the machinery works and everything. But I'd say the biggest challenge is really just challenging yourself. I mean, it's a difficult thing to do to be self-motivated. You need to there's going to be long days, there's going to be tough times where you're working from 5:45 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. and you come home, you're beat, your girlfriend or your boyfriend's mad at you because you're not spending time with them, your family's neglected, things like that, and being able to challenge yourself and being able to persevere, that's the biggest thing in my opinion. You get at times you're going to have doubt, things aren't going to go right, and to just keep that going, persevere, persist, that's what I would say is the biggest challenge.
Kenny?
Yeah, I would have to agree with what he said. Like perseverance is the biggest part. That's when you have the opportunity to get a 9 to 5 and earn a paycheck versus starting a business and not making any money and actually losing money year after year after year. Like for me and Jared both, like we had good degrees. And we had those job opportunities. We had friends and family saying you should get a job. You should get a job. You can do both. But me and him both believed that if we put everything we had into the business, that it would be successful. And then and during that period, you want to raise capital, and you're looking for investors, but you don't want to give up the entire company. So that's why we turned to Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding platform which enabled us to raise a massive amount of money in a short amount of time without selling stock. And the cool thing, because we did so well, we got a lot of free press, we got a lot of international distribution opportunities, a lot of major retail opportunities, and it was just a perseverance and taking the risk and starting any business is what ended up leading to the success we have today. And then you probably speak a little more.
Sure thing. Does everyone know what crowdsourcing is, crowdfunds are? Right? So Kickstarter is like a familiar thing for everybody. Not really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Say loud the first thing you said. Corel?
Crowdfunding.
Crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, crowdfunding.
So basically right now there's a couple websites. We use Kickstarter.com. It's a really cool place where basically you can put up your idea for what you want to do. So if you make really cool potato chips, or if you have an idea for a video game, or if you want to do a board game, if you want to do some sort of crazy project, paper cutouts, whatever you want, making statues, videos, funding movies, there's this new website where you can go, and you can pitch your idea. And you can say, everybody, this means so much to me, will you please get behind it? And if you do get behind it, make a donation, and I will reward your donation with this item or that item. You might get a special signed edition of a movie that we're making, or it pertains to what the project is. So, Kenny and I make athletic apparel that changes color when we work out. So you can actually see your muscles light up, you can see your veins pop up, pop out of the shirt. You can have this transformation experience when you're working out. It's pretty cool. And people sort of gravitate toward that naturally. But we had to get funds, right? So we use Kickstarter. And it's kind of a thing where it's like, do we want it to be out of the bag? Do we want to go out and announce what we're doing? What if somebody steals the idea? And then, of course, in the back of your mind, you're kind of like, what if it fails, right? Publicly, right? Like, we're throwing it out there. What happens if they don't love it the way we think they will? So basically, I think that the biggest challenge is trying to figure out where you're going to get your funds from. Right now, we have a wonderful opportunity of addressing the community and gathering funds from everybody. But more importantly, getting your story together and figuring out why you love what you figuring out how you can convey that in a short amount of time on a website or in a pitch to the people you want to address. So I think that once you figure out why you're doing what you're doing and what makes it really passionate for you, if we are missing hours with our family, if we're skipping dinners, if we're doing all hours of the day, why? And then why should somebody else care about that? Once you have that down, I think it becomes a no-brainer. Yes?
When you go out on Kickstarter like that, is there any way to protect your idea?
Your ID or your IP?
Idea.
Oh, idea. Well, when me and Jared started several years ago, one of the first things that we did is we looked to get intellectual property. So we already had like a patent pending. So when we started Kickstarter, we were able to announce, look, this is a patent pending product. So if you're Nike or if you're Under Armour, don't even think about stealing your idea and trying to get it to the marketplace. In fact, when we were at the Wall Street Journal, like one of the first people who came up to us, who was a mentor, they came up and was like, yeah, we love your product. We have an interest from such and such company, and we can't say who, but they were like, yeah, they're interested like in buying the whole company now, and we were just like, wow, that's crazy. And it's a good thing that we did, take the initial steps to start, the IP early. Even though we didn't have any money, we're using credit cards and bank loans and interest-only loans. It's pretty much scraping every penny that we had to make sure that in the long run, that a radio couldn't be, mimicked, copied, or stolen.
And part of that, of course, is our logo, our tagline. You want to make sure you trademark all that stuff. It's super simple, but it's something that you have to do.
And people forget it all the time. It's like when we were doing, we did the patent, we were doing the patent, and we did the trademark for the logo, the Radiate logo, and the actual slogan, Thermal Vision, it wasn't trademarked yet. And we literally went like a whole year and didn't even realize that we could even do it. We completely forgot until our patent attorney was like, look, dude, you have this trademark too. We're like, oh no, we didn't. So we had to go back and get that done too. So it's just like those minor steps could become, I wouldn't say like an epic failure, but it could affect your brand moving forward if you miss like those little steps. And it's only like $300, but if we didn't submit it, Nike or someone else could have stolen it.
Just to clarify, the website is Kickstarter.com?
Yeah, it's a crowdfunding source is Kickstarter.
Great. Awesome, thank you. Melissa.
For me, I think the biggest challenge was transitioning from the old company to the new company. On top of what everyone else said, funds are obviously always a big deal with anyone starting their own business. And resilience and perseverance, missing time, not sleeping all that much. And just making sure that what was established before, we kept the good things and we added new things, and trying to figure out which parts customers liked more, what they didn't, and who we wanted to target to, and then rebranding everything was a bit of a challenge.